Okay. Alright. So, honestly, I've been complaining a lot about how high my rent is. I think I even did it on here. Because, it's $1,800 a month. And it's just me there every other week. The other weeks, it's me and my youngest daughter. Anyways, yeah. So, I go to the mailbox at like 4 in the morning. And there's an eviction notice in there. This is real life, man. Okay. Eviction notice. There is no reason on there. There's no reason. I have never been evicted in my life. I have paid the rent. I did send it a little late this time, but they just just automatically send a damn letter? I don't think so. So, yeah, it said I have 3 days to vacate. That's what it said, man. Alright, so first I freaked out. What's crazy is I was gonna start packing my things the other day, and I know that sounds crazy because what? But I've been feeling like that, and I actually told someone that I feel like, I feel like something coming where I'm not gonna be there anymore. I felt it coming, but why? I don't know. I probably should have started packing when I felt like I needed to pack. I do not have yeah, okay. I don't have parents around I can just move in with. I don't have that. I don't know, man. So, I prayed for clarity this morning. When I did that, then I was reminded of all the times I was saying that, I didn't want to be there. I felt, trapped or whatever, and also how all the times I complained about how much it was, the rent and stuff like that, and I was reminded of that. So basically it was be careful what you wish for type of shit. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, and she is with her dad this week. Thankfully, because I did freak out last night a little bit this morning. So after I was shown those things, after I prayed, I took a little nap, and I had a haircut to do for somebody, a client in the next town this morning. So I went and did that just now. And I guess I'm gonna call the rental company and ask them, what is this? And I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying that sometimes things happen to see if you have fight in you. See if you can earn them, fight it. And it's yeah, I know that. I am a fighter, 100%. However, there are also times when you gotta pick your battles. It's very wise to choose your battles and not fight every single battle. I've learned that as well. And the ones that you don't choose to fight, that's whenever instead of seeing if you got the fight in you, it's God seeing if you got the surrender in you. Like, are you gonna surrender and let this happen and let this play out? Because even though it doesn't look like right now that this is divinely orchestrated, even though it looks like you're being punished, even though it looks like everything's falling apart, even though it looks like your life isn't being carried and being played out and divinely guided, it is. And what's on the other side is so much better and so much greater. You don't realize it right now, but this isn't for you. This life right now where you live, everything that you have, the life that is being pulled out from under you, that rug that's being pulled out from under you, it's because the rug wasn't stable enough for you to stand on. Oh. And if you could stand there a little bit longer without that rug being there, a new, better, stable, more fitting for you foundation can be built in its place. Every single thing is being shaken up in my life right now. And I wanted to record this because I felt like something would be channeled from God, and it was just now. I didn't think about what I said before I said that, and so I'm glad because God gave me a message in that, and I feel a lot better. Some weird stuff happening. And then I got a text when I was cutting my client's hair, and it was a client of mine. I've been doing her hair since she was a teenager, but she's a detective now. And she texted me and she said, "Hey, do you have your car?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay, so it wasn't reported stolen last night?" I said, "No." "What?" And she said, "Apparently my car was in the area of a suspect vehicle, so they like ran my plates or something." And I'm just like, whoa, I'm living in a freaking movie. But that was that moment where I was like, all right, this is my opportunity. Like, do I really want this car? I feel like that's what that was. Because you know how whenever, like, say you want to flip, you're going to flip a coin to make a decision. You know, you think you don't know what you want, what you want the result to be, until that coin is in the air and it hasn't fallen yet. It goes up into the air. All of a sudden, you know what you want it to be. All of a sudden, you know your answer. All of a sudden, you know what you're wishing that result to be when you throw that coin up in the air. Yeah? Because it's like that moment where you have to choose. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like that very last moment where, you know, like, that's when you know what you want. Okay? Because that's how I felt. It sounds dramatic, but like, that's how I felt whenever I got that text. Like, well, shit, everything else is going away. Like, do I really want this car? It's like, do I care what happens to it? I don't know. But I made my decision on that. I need to have a car. Well, I need some sort of vehicle right now. If I'm gonna be like moving out, I don't know where. Like, am I gonna live in my car? I don't. They weren't honking at me, by the way. I have no idea what I'm going to do. This is 180,000% divinely orchestrated. It has to be. It has to be. Because this shit is like living in, it's like I'm in the Twilight Zone, alright? What? There's no reason for the eviction? And then my car's plates randomly got ran? Like, to be asked that so I could decide whether I really want my car or not? I'm no longer working at the doing the same thing I've been doing for almost 22 years. All of a sudden, that whole thing has transformed. Yeah. Okay. It's all being completely destructed so that it can be reconstructed. But I have to trust. I must trust in this season and not think that God is punishing me, because God knows that's what it feels like sometimes. That's exactly what I was crying about last night, this morning. God, what is it that I did? God, what is it that I did? I said, it's not that I think I'm perfect or it doesn't do anything wrong. I just want to know what it is. And I felt like after that, I felt like I was being held. I felt like I was being held like a baby. Like a baby. In a womb. Where's the womb? A womb is a space where you're carried and fed nutrients and kept safe before you're birthed into a new life. So instead of playing the victim this time, I'm gonna count my blessings and not wonder what if and why. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna start packing. As confused as I am, I'm not actually confused. Not when I set my eyes on God. I'm gonna start packing and then I'm gonna trust that this is all divinely orchestrated for my highest good. Okay, I think the last time I recorded something, I was talking about how I got an eviction notice. Yeah, and I was upset, but I was just trying to see the bright side of it and all that stuff, right? Well, so the last day and a half, 2 days, ever since I got it, I was just following directions. It said you need to be out in 3 days, so I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I started packing. Decided, you know, that I was gonna stay with my daughter and her. What are you?
I'm the ex-boyfriend.
Okay, well, so he's they're not together anymore, but they still live together and they're civil and all that. So anyways, I was gonna rent a room out with them, and he's with me right now, and we're gonna be packing and everything. I called the management company, and I was like, hey, I got this letter, and I've made arrangements to leave because it said to. I just want to know, like, what do I do from here? Da, da, da. She's like, oh. She's like, oh, you got this letter because you had a balance on the account. And I was like, a balance? What? Okay. Well, she took a break. I was on hold, and she ended up saying that they overlooked my payment. And she's sorry, but it was a mistake. And I said, okay, well, I've already made arrangements, so I'm already leaving. So what do you think I should do about this, you know? So she said somebody would call me back later. She was gonna talk to the owner and stuff. I just got off the phone with the owner. The owner calls me. I've never talked to him in my life. And he says, Miss Wood, I just want to apologize to you for that letter being sent to you. It was a mistake on our part. I understand that you paid your rent. I see all your payments, and I understand that you're leaving, and that makes sense because that's what anybody would do. That's what the instructions said. And he said that I just want you to know that it's not going to go on your credit as a broken lease. I was like, okay. I was like, so what do I do? You know, do you need help finding someone, or like, you know, is tomorrow okay? Because that's the day we had planned to leave. He said, no, we've got that taken care of. Just whenever you leave on the 1st and you move out and stuff, we're going to give you your security deposit back. I just can't believe it. When you pray for a miracle, that was a miracle. I literally got out of a lease that I've been complaining about for a while. It's $1,800 a month. Like, what am I doing? I've been complaining about it. I've been praying to God for a miracle, and yeah, I would say this was one. So I had to tell you guys about it. I am driving a U-Haul, and there is no freaking there's no like rear view mirror. Oh my god. I've never done this before. What? Alexa's in my car behind me, and it is hot as a mug up in her. Oh yeah. I can't see anything behind me. This is wild. Okay, here she comes. I can't see. Oh, I guess I'll just go. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. I've never done this before. This is a big ass truck. Okay. This is the first time driving, right? Oh my god. Hang on. Alright, here we go then. Keep on saying here we go, because I'm like, ooh! How the heck am I? Bah. So yeah, yeah, there's Alexa's in the mirror right there. I'm gonna move in with her for a while. They have an extra room, and go from there. Yeah, this whole stage of my life, I'm in totally a transition, and like everything's changing all at one time, and I had a feeling something big was gonna happen. I've also been really complaining and like praying. I've been complaining about my rent being so high, and then also actually like asking and praying for like a miracle to happen. Like, you know, I meant like the lottery or something, right? But this was the miracle. You know? So here we go.